Hi, welcome to the first review video of the channel. My name is Bert. We'll be going over roof rats. Let's see how to keep them out.
Well, they're nasty, they're destructive, and they can appear in just about any neighborhood.
Yeah, Desiree Fluellen has tips on how to prevent the roof rats from making your home theirs.
Roof rats, they are just that, rats under your roof.
Roof rats are basically the rats that are going to be in your attic, getting up on the roof. They're just nasty critters that no one wants in their homes.
They use a few different strategies to make their way into your attic.
They could be climbing up a wall. Could be getting up on a tree, maybe that's overhanging the house.
Juan Ortiz with Burns Pest Elimination specializes in clearing a home of roof rats. In some cases, cameras are installed in your attic and capture video evidence of the intruders. Majority of the time, he says these are no small rats.
Yeah, a rat can get pretty big, and then the tail is going to be the size of the body, even bigger.
And the rats don't discriminate. It doesn't matter if your house is new or old, they're searching for one thing: food.
Dog food, bird feed, acorns, oranges.
A backyard like this, roof rats love, full of food. They love to eat citrus, so if you do have any, you want to clear the ground, and better yet, clear the tree.
Rebecca Martin's neighbor may have an infestation, but luckily she doesn't.
Yes, of course, I would be concerned if I had roof rats.
They can get into the attic through any small opening.
In adjoining neighborhoods where there's a lot of citrus, I have actually seen them.
Well, they can possibly get up on the roof and then use your exhaust fan.
Let me stop here. With all like the food that they have and what people end up doing is there's a lot of reasons why rats will end up getting to your home. She kind of mentioned like from other neighborhoods, stuff like that. A lot of times what you'll see with like new houses, they'll start building, obviously like nobody's in there to take care of, the rats beforehand. So wherever they were before, and now they're actually coming on the side that's actually being built because originally that's where their home was. But as far as the food, whatever food that was out there, berries, types of critters, stuff like that they were eating on, if there's anything close like that to your home or you start growing it, they're coming straight towards you. And a lot of people, they like the gardens. That's a big one. I don't mind gardens. The only thing is like they usually have it really close to the home. And if it's too close to the home, what ends up happening is you'll have like ant piles that'll come up on some of the bushes, stuff like that. But like it just makes it easy for rats to hide. Literally, there's a bunch of bushes and like moss and everything that's kind of like overgrowing, even though it's not overgrowing because they have a garden. They're gonna be in there, and then people complain like, "Oh, I don't know why I have rats or where are they even coming from." You gave them the perfect place to hide. Clip.
It's on the roof to get inside the home.
When it comes to vents like that, what are you looking for?
Making sure that the vents have a screen behind it.
To get rid of roof rats, you can lay traps like this.
Inside the box, we'll have either rodenticide or traps.
Yeah, the bait boxes are good. A lot of people, some people notice them, some people don't. The bait boxes are good, but the only thing about bait boxes, and it's even true, like, doing pest control or being a pest control technician, was some people wouldn't even actually clean them, or they wouldn't replace the bait. So what'll happen is you might open a box and it hasn't been checked for, since the last technician or even the technician before then. You open up the box and it's just like either a nest or sometimes a dead rat. Sometimes it's been taken over by spiders or whatever may be in there. But they work great if you're able to keep up with them. But if you can't keep up with those bait boxes, I do not recommend getting them because it's just going to make like another place for the home, or another home for the rodent.
Keep in mind they multiply quickly. Your best option for help could be to call the experts. Desiree Fluellen,
yeah, I'd call
Fox
the
10
experts
News.
too. Look, don't be afraid to call pest control. I understand most of these people do DIY, and that's the point of this channel, is to help people with DIY. But don't be afraid to call a professional. There's tools that you don't have that we have. There's definitely chemicals that we have, or product is what they like to call it. There's products that we have that y'all don't have. It even says you have to be special or licensed to apply it, give or take. But nobody really reads the directions. They just buy it off of Amazon and they just kind of go with it. So, but yes, don't be afraid to call any type of help. Well, it's pretty informative. It's an old video. It's from 2023. But even so, it still has pretty good principles on keeping, you know, the roof rats out. Just some other things about roof rats you might have not known. Roof rats, Rattus rattus is another name for them. I don't know where they come up with some of these names. You should just call it a rat. Between 5 to 7 inches long. Their tails are usually bigger than their counterparts, which is the Norway rat. Also, their ears are a lot bigger too. The drop-ins have pointed ends, so they'll be, I mean, not to say that you're just examining poop like that, but for rat poop, some of them are rounded, some of them are blunted, and some of them are pointed ends. So their droppings are between 12 to 13 millimeters, so it's pretty small. They can go anywhere from about 100 to 200 foot radius, so around your home, so they could end up going to your neighbor's house depending on how close you live. A lot of residential neighborhoods around here, they're pretty much like next to each other, so I wouldn't be surprised if one rat was making its way through, like, you know, 2 or 3 homes. They mature sexually about 3 to 5 months, so that means if you have a rat in there, which most of y'all can never catch the rat until you actually call for help, it's probably been in there quite a while, so you probably have a lot of adult rats running around, maybe a few babies, but I'm sure you would end up seeing them, well, for sure probably smelling them. But they can produce up to 8 younglings, or 6 to 8 younglings per year. Best way to get rid of them, or prevention, or keep them out, is with good prevention. Get some snap traps if you don't have those. Glue traps are what we tend to use, especially whenever you go up to people's attic. You'll just see glue traps sometimes laying around. Hopefully they placed them where they're supposed to. Plastic snap traps, they work. Just don't get the super cheap ones that you get at, I know I'm calling people out here. Don't get the super cheap ones that you end up with, you know, at Dollar Tree or something like that. Not to say you couldn't catch a rodent with it. Just get you a good heavy-duty wooden snap trap. Be careful of your fingers, because those are the ones that take off fingers and toes if you're not careful. But they do the job. Next is baits. If you want any type of bait to lure it to the trap, peanut butter is the one that I think people use the most. It works. It's creamy enough, and it's got a lot of fat, high fat content. Nutella is another one. Bacon, surprisingly. Ham. I think I said Nutella, but just in case there's Nutella. Last but not least is nesting material is another way to draw them out. And nesting material, so it's anything that they can use to build like a little nest. So like cloths, or old cloth scraps, wood, any type, or not wood, cotton balls, old wool. If you have anything that's torn up there, they'll even use insulation sometimes. So whatever you can do to get nesting material. And that's it for the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. We'll see it. We'll cover. But if you have any rats or any type of holes in your roof, please make sure to go patch those up. Even do like a full inspection around the home. It's about that time. You might hear something scratching in the attic. It might not be a squirrel. It might actually be a rodent. So it's best to check. But until next time, I'll see you guys.